Hello everybody, it's KG back with another video today. I wanted to just, I'm not gonna go crazy with this video. I know you guys were probably expecting a GTA part, like, what, 15 or 16 I think we're on now. I'll have to go back and look at what part we're on, because it's been a minute since I've actually recorded on GTA. We are here for a very good reason, and only one good reason only. I wanted to give my thoughts on the year so far and before it ends, because Christmas and New Year's are not so far away. We only have like 1 month left of this year, and 2025 is over. I wanted to tell you guys and kind of just vent to you about what I thought of this year and how I really felt. This year was full of so much that I just don't even know where to start, you know. I really do not know where to start with this year. There's just been so much that's happened. I don't know where to start. We all really have, we all have, like, you know, time for, like, you know, like, when we make a video, we're always like, okay, so where do I start here, you know? Where do I really begin with this? Well, I'm kind of in that phase right now with this one. I'll start off with the good things, and then I'll just go off with the bad things, I guess. This year was good because I got my electric guitar this year. I'm forever thankful of that. You know, me and my dad were able to hang out this year, thankfully, thank God. My dad and I don't really live with each other. He's far away from me, and we barely talk to each other like we used to when I was a little child. My mom and my dad don't really have a good relationship, so things are kind of tough between them, and it's always been like that since, like, it's been like that for like 5 or 4 years. And you see, the thing about, you know, your parents is, like, they can't really sometimes figure out what they want to do. It's always just them arguing and sometimes being selfish, and, you know, then you have to worry about, like, you know, who's getting custody of you and, like, you know, who you're really going to live with. I had to put up with that back then. I was afraid that I was going to, you know, not be able to see my mom. I was going to be afraid that I wasn't going to be able to see my dad, and it was so hopeless. Or at least that's what that felt like. At that time, I thought my life was going to go downhill, because I didn't know, I didn't know what I was going to do. You know, I wasn't sure if I was going to have to, you know, be stoked with my dad, or if I was going to have to go live with my mom. And here I am, living with my mom. Because my mom and my dad have always had it out for each other. My mom never really loved my dad that much, you know. I always make jokes about my dad leaving me and stuff, and it's not really funny, you know. It's not funny to make jokes about stuff that happens to you, and you just shouldn't talk down on yourself. Regardless, I'm grateful for, you know, my mom. I'm grateful for my girlfriend. I'm grateful for my dad, my friends. I'm grateful for everything in my life so far. I still don't know what I want to do in the future. I've always talked about, you know, becoming a police officer in the future. I still want to become a YouTuber. That dream is not going anywhere. I hope to make it far on YouTube. I have a passion with it. You guys know me. I've been making videos on, you know, GTA and other stuff, and here I am right now recording this at exactly 2 a.m. for all of you guys. I don't normally record this late. Well, I mean, I post really late, you know, judging by what you guys see with, you know, the GTA 5 parts. There's no excuses for why I don't post. There's just no excuse. I'm gonna just come out clean right now and just say and admit this to all you guys. I'm pretty lazy to be doing any of this stuff. You know, I'm really lazy. I pretty much just procrastinate about it. I hesitate. I'm all of that right now. I will admit to all of you guys right there. I'm not even gonna hide it. I am so big on procrastinating, and just sometimes I just don't do it. You know, even like if it's not like, you know, like with stuff outside of video gaming, I should be glad that this is just gaming that I'm working on, you know. And yeah, I still don't do it. We're off that topic with my mom and dad. I just don't really know, you know. There have just been so many deaths around my life this year. My mom is going through a lot right now. She is going through her best friend. She's about to lose her best friend to something that I'm not going to share with you guys about, because that's her place to say, and I'm not going to have her say it because that's embarrassing. And if I try to have her, you know, try to explain to the camera, she's going to think I'm crazy because she don't know things like this. So I'm just going to just put it at that and say that I'm trying to be there for her. She's going through a lot, and I really wish and hope the best for her. There have just been so many deaths. You know, we've lost a lot of legends this year. We lost Ozzy Osbourne, Hulk Hogan, freaking just so many people, man. So many lives were taken this year. It's literally not funny. It was never funny. You see, I really wish I can say this year was like the best. It is, because I'm only making it a good year. I'm not saying this because like I'm not trying to be all tough and big for the camera. I'm saying it because it's positivity. You know, you have to kind of, you know, throw out the negative things of your life and bring in the positivity things. You know, you gotta throw in the positive in there, the positivity in there. You know, a lot of the, like, this year was good. You know, I've been trying to work out a lot this year. I've been, you know, trying to complete a series on my channel this year. You know, what else can I really complain about? What can I really complain about that's that bad? I have nothing to complain about, you know? The goals that I'm setting right now, this is good for me. I'm setting up goals this year, and I'm working on them. You know, I was determined to finish GTA 5 this year, and I'm still planning on doing that. If I don't finish it this year, oh well, I'll finish it in 2026. No big deal. No big deal. I don't really know how. I just don't know, you know? But I'm just saying, like, you know, there's just been a lot that's happened this year. You just don't really know, you know? I know we said we would, you know, go from the good things to the bad things, but my ADHD is just so bad. I kind of wish I didn't go from that to this instantly. I mean, I guess the also awesome thing is that I actually once learned from a claw machine. in an arcade last weekend, and I got Gyu Tomioka from Demon Slayer, and I have it on my lanyard. I'm a Demon Slayer freak. Don't mind me. I just don't know. I'm just here trying to hide my emotions. I'm trying to say that, 2025 was a good year, even though it was... There was just so much happening this year, and it was all sad. I finished Ghost of Yote, too, actually. The ending was actually pretty sad, dude. I actually wish Jubei didn't die. It is what it is, though, A good story is a good story. I can't complain. It is what it is. I thought this year was gonna be good. I thought it was gonna be exciting. I only thought it was exciting because you know how in Black Ops 2 the storyline takes place in 2025, or what? I mean, I guess only parts of it. Only some parts or a lot of parts in Black Ops 2 take place in 2025. Guys, we literally lived through Raul Menendez's drone attacks in real life. It was June 19th, just literally months ago. And there were, we secretly didn't know that there were drone attacks going on. So we pretty much just ignored it and just, imagined and just pretended like there were actually drone attacks going on, even though there really wasn't. But I'm pretty sure there was a lot of people playing Black Ops 2 this year. Well, not really a lot of people, but I'm sure there was a bunch of people playing Black Ops 2 because it was 2025 this year. Or at least some people were reliving Black Ops 2 because of this year that we're in. 2025, I'll admit, it was just a dark year. It was just a dark year. It's not the worst, okay? But it for sure was kind of hard. But still, it was a good year for me. I'm hoping in 2026 things can be a lot more better and more different. I don't know where we're gonna go on from 2025, guys. I'm hoping in 2026 things will be a lot different and better. I'm hoping my dad will move close to me and my mom, so that way he could be there for us. Me and him were talking about that just a few days ago, or earlier, I mean, and he thought, he was talking about moving up here with us. So I hope he does. But I'm just gonna spread some positivity right now and say this to all you guys, that if there is anything going on in your life that is so sad, or if there is so much going on that's not good, just hang in there. Just hang in there. It's gonna be a tough road, but if you just hang in there, you will get there. You will be fine. Good things happen things happen to us for a reason, and we can't avoid that. That's a part of life, You come into this world, you don't know what you're gonna get into, and you're gonna make mistakes, and you're gonna run into bad times, but there will always be the greatest times that you will forever remember. People love you. People cherish you. People support you. I know I did my best this year with YouTube. I kind of want to tell you guys this. I wasn't sure how to exactly really say this. So I'm just gonna like say it right now. Uh, I've always thought 2025 was the end game for almost everything. You know what I'm saying? You may not know or understand what I'm talking about, which it's all right. I understand if you don't know what I'm talking about, but this is just from my perspective. Like 2025 has felt like it's the end game for some things, And 2025 is pretty much also the start for a lot of things, 2025 it was for sure a crazy year, guys, but like I'm just saying, like, it for me, it was in my own personal perspective, it felt like the start of everything or the end of everything. Not everything, but it felt like a lot of things were gonna end this year. I'm wrong. I probably am wrong, but again, this is just my own personal opinion. But what I've also realized is that nothing, there are still more things in life for you to look up to than you having to ever to look down onto. You will it's never gonna be, there will always be things for you to do, and, a chapter ends, a new one opens, a chapter ends and a new one opens. That's what it's felt like for me, Each time I would pass a grade, you know what's funny? Each time that I would pass, let's say for 8th grade, for example, you know what's so goofy? When I was in 8th grade, I would always play the Modern Warfare 2 ending music because it literally felt like after I got done with exams, because there was so much stress. When I got done with 8th grade, I put on that ending music from the classic Modern Warfare 2, and it would just feel like I would just feel like soap, just being carried from when he had to pull the knife out of his stomach from when Shepard stabbed him in the gut. Bro, that's what that low key felt like when I was passing 8th grade, because when I passed 8th grade, I just realized that I'm taking a step forward into life. Like, I'm going into high school. Like, this is insane. Here I am in 2025, or almost at the end of 2025. I'm going into 2026, and I'm about to graduate sophomore soon. And then once I go into junior year, and then when I go into senior year, that's where my life really starts. And I'm not too far from it. And if I'm gonna be so for real with any of you guys, I'm a little scared of what's gonna happen. I'm really scared. I'm really scared, guys. I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm just really scared of what's gonna happen next, I'm really not sure what's gonna happen, guys. All I know is, you gotta keep that burning passion. You gotta keep going. You gotta stay positive. I'm very afraid, guys. I've always had scenarios of, like me just having, like, me having no friends, and like, then I'm gonna lose my girlfriend, and then my mom is, I'm just very afraid, guys. But to cure that sadness that sits in me, I always play the song Gladiator by Zayde Wolf. That's what really keeps my positivity up, I, they like I said, I don't know what's going to happen next, but all I can really say is I'm still going, and I'm still kicking. I don't care if this video is embarrassing or not. I'm just getting my feelings out right now. I don't know what's going to happen next, and I really hope it ain't bad. I just want to tell you guys that I'm very thankful of all of you guys for being there on my channel. Even if you guys don't watch my videos, I'm forever thankful I have this much subscribers. A lot of you guys really care. I don't mean to make this moment very dark for you. I'm sorry, like, if you guys just had, like, a positive moment earlier, and just, like, I'm not trying, I'm just getting out my feelings. And I don't want anything bad to happen to me, or anybody around me. I will see you guys in the next video. Take care, stay healthy, and stay strong.